Welcome to the Glenn Beck program. By now you have probably heard the news that Osama bin Laden is dead, shot in the head by a fearless and very, very precise U.S. military special ops assault team. This is a great day in the war on terror. But as I watched all the celebrations taking place on the streets of America, all over America, you may have, and maybe I'm alone, had a strange feeling. You may have seen students jumping into the lake in Ohio and rushing into the White House bearing signs and smoking cigars. As I watched these things happen last night, I couldn't help but be reminded of when the Palestinians danced in the streets and passed out candy after the 9/11 attacks, when they danced in the streets over the killing of 5 American students and the slaughter of a Jewish family. All of these things, you know and I know, were offensive. All of those victims were innocent. America, we are better than this. We are better than jumping into lakes and holding signs and cigars. We're better than that. I mean, why hand out candy when you can have cookies and confetti and a marching band, huh? Yeah. That was tasteless. That was tasteless and offensive. You know what, I tell you, I have actually been struggling with my apologies for the marching. No, I'm not going to apologize for that. I have actually felt really kind of bad today about some of the grotesque displays. And then I thought, no, you can't beat them, join them. And so, hello, America. The White House is now debating whether or not to show the photos of a dead Osama bin Laden. The arguments for releasing them are pretty clear, to show the world that, yeah, that was him. The arguments against, well, they're pretty gruesome. According to ABC News, bin Laden's massive head wound above his left eye where he took the bullet with brains and blood visible. My response to that is, I've been thinking about that guy looking like that for about 10 years now. I think I'm ready. We all saw The Godfather. You remember the scene where Mo Green is getting a massage and then gets shot right through the glasses in the eye? Yeah, that's what happened to bin Laden. In fact, I've been thinking about it. Who took my artist rendition? Oh, here it is. I worked on this all day. Can we get Harry, look at that. Now, I don't know if it was the right eye, his right eye, or the artist's right eye. I don't know, but this is about as close as we can go. Show the photos, for the love of Pete. Believe me, American can handle the violent images. Our kids are growing up with video games like this one. So, I mean...
You can wonder how it came to this.
He's got a contact in Rio. Don't you have a guy on the inside?
Okay, so let's not pretend that Americans won't be able to handle seeing another Mo Green special. Plus, put all of that aside. Think of the conspiracy theories that are being dreamed up even as we speak. They buried bin Laden at sea. The stated reason would be so there would be no shrine that could be erected to honor him as a martyr. Well, why did we get rid of the body? I mean, quite honestly, 100 years ago, we would have taken that thing from town to town and charged money to see it. You know what I'm saying? Does the marching band agree? Yeah? Give me a little number. Go ahead. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So anyway, we're carried around from town to town, and the conspiracy theorists are not going to be satisfied. Next thing you know, Trump is going to be asking for a death certificate, and is it the real death certificate? And then all hell breaks loose. Yesterday, by the way, was the anniversary of the announcement of another famous mass murderer's death. Did you know this? Adolf Hitler killed himself on April 30th, and it was announced on May 1st. The same day, bin Laden had his first and last close encounter with an American Special Forces team. But there were those who claimed that Hitler never died because he fled on 2 U-boats during a ghost convoy to Argentina, and the conspiracy theories never stopped. Furthermore, I don't know why we didn't keep him on ice next to the body of Disney down, because you know he's on that island with the fake hippopotamuses that go, roar. That's where Disney's being kept. You know that. Why not keep bin Laden there? Why were we so cautious about following the traditional procedures for Islamic burial? Preparations at sea for an at-sea burial began at 1:10 a.m. and were completed at 2 a.m. The body was on the deck of a U.S. aircraft carrier in the North Arabian Sea after being washed according to Islamic custom and receiving a religious funeral. The body was placed in a white sheet and put on a flat board, and they slid him off into the sea. May I just say, I'm pretty sure, I know I've heard it from my own government, the last one, this last administration, and this administration. This guy's not a Muslim. Remember, he's a murderer. So why the need to be so religious in the burial? I bet the non-radical Muslims everywhere are offended this guy was treated with religious honors. I spoke to a Muslim friend of mine who said the very same thing today. This is like Timothy McVeigh getting buried in Arlington Cemetery. He was a deranged killer. Personally, I wouldn't have wrapped him in white cloth. I would have wrapped him up in bacon, and then I would have sewn him up inside of a football, and I would have buried him under the 50-yard line in the Meadowlands. You know what I'm saying? Would have served him right. Would have been great for New York, and I could see that he'd spend all eternity in New Jersey. The fact that we went to such lengths to make this statement should tell you something about those who have perverted this religion and are inspired by Osama bin Laden. He's a mass murderer. And if we say, I'm just thinking out loud, encrusted his body in bacon bits, well, they would have flipped. They flip over a cartoon. This man has killed thousands of innocent people. I'm sorry, when you do that, you kind of lose the whole respectful burial thing in my book. I'm more than okay with him hearing "Touchdown Giants" while he waits for the 72 virgins in unusually warm temperatures for all of eternity. But that's for a debate for another day. Today, our focus should be on the amazing, amazing armed forces. The Special Forces and the SEALs are getting credit for this one. In fact, SEAL Team 6. But here's a fun exercise. Can anyone name the source that said SEAL Team 6 did this? We can't find it. It's reporters saying that. Look SEAL Team 6 up. They don't exist, at least on paper. So we don't know who did this. Could have been the Coast Guard. Could have been the Rangers. Could have been the Delta Force. We don't know who did it. We do know this. It was the U.S. military. And may I say to the military, thank you.